You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
And I am Joey.
This is episode 139 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along, everybody. Spend the next hour or so with us talking about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, or just playing bikes. I've missed you, Joey.
You know we're about to roll 3 years soon.
I know.
Uh-huh.
That is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that yet, though. Because that's a crazy long time to be doing this every week. Oh. We need to grow up.
Yeah.
Get a job. I missed you last week. You have a job.
I do have a job. I'm very busy.
Sent you, how many texts did
you
I
sent
send
me about
you?
400 texts and I replied twice.
I called you Wes.
I didn't call you Wes. I'm like, I have phone issues. Sometimes I feel like I'm on my phone too much. But then when I'm on my phone for a little bit, I'm like, I just got to put this down for a while.
You are.
And then like 40 missed messages from Brian.
You are busy, and I know that. But see, things enter my mind, and I need.
Oh, you're like a significant other.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm cheating on you.
Yeah. No. Things enter my mind, and then I send you a text, and then I know it's like, okay, Joey's not going to respond for a while. But then I'm like, come on, that was funny. Come on, that was really
about
funny.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even find it funny.
Oh, come on. You don't find my text funny?
I was Netflixing.
You need to reevaluate your text, Andy. Wasn't it Andy and had to reevaluate what he meant, what he thought was a good text in the office. Don't you remember that? Andy Bernard.
Oh, I was thinking Andy Dwyer.
Andy Bernard. Bernard. He had to rethink.
The Nard dog?
Yeah, he had to rethink what constituted a good text. All right, well, what do we got in front of us that we're drinking tonight? I'm going to do a crack of the week. I haven't done one in a while.
I just wanted to let everyone know I forced Brian to have that beer.
No, you didn't. He didn't twist my arm.
You weren't going to have seltzer?
Oh, I'm having seltzer.
After last week's hard seltzer incident?
I'm not having hard seltzer. I'm having soft seltzer and beer. This is an Autumn Oktoberfest from Calvert Brewing. Marzan style lager. I don't know if I like the can that much. Don't you? What do you think of the can? Oh, it's got an owl on it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's Oktoberfest. It's very fall looking.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not really into the whole pumpkin thing.
That's not pumpkin. There's 0 pumpkins on there.
But I know, but it's like
that's foliage on the can.
All of it is fall. Feels like.
Oh man, I totally went. Remember, I listened to radio. What do you call it? What do you like the actual radio?
Terrestrial.
I was listening to Elliot in the morning. It's been talking about apple crisp macchiatos. Like, screw the pumpkins. Oh my god, that was so good yesterday.
Well,
I got it post ride.
I'm not a big pumpkin fan.
I hate pumpkin,
but it's overdone.
I don't like pumpkin flavored anything.
No, it's enough. Okay, what are you drinking? What have you got over there?
Dogfish Head. I got a 60-minute IPA.
Okay, so you're drinking a man's
This one
beer.
is to make up for Dave.
Okay.
From last week. Well, I did have beer last week because Dave was on.
Can I give an apology? Yeah. I really would like to apologize to all the listeners, and I want to apologize to Dave and Joey. I want to apologize to you for my tin can internet that I had last week in trying to run the Zoom thing. Really, in hindsight, you should have run the Zoom thing. And then
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, all you had to do was make the Zoom thing. I don't know. It was. But I don't think we're ever going to do this together. We're not in the same room. That's what I said. I immediately.
Next time we'll go up there and talk to Dave, which will happen in like 8-9 days.
Well, we've got the countdown here a little bit later. In your section, you're going to give us the most current. I
should make that from paved.
Oh yeah, we are dining on some delectable. You want to describe it? What you made in your smoker?
I feel like I'm pretty good at making jalapeno poppers.
Mm-hmm. And you are.
Oh, I should have vlogged that too.
Uh-huh.
I basically take jalapeno, cut it in half, gut it out because it's too spicy for most. But
no.
I do need to do some just full spice. Then I take chorizo, a specific kind of chorizo I get at Harris Teeter, nothing else. Cook that, and then I take a block of cream cheese, mix that with it, then it's all soft, and then I put some honey in there and a little bit of meat church seasoning. And then I stuff the poppers with that. Then I wrap it in bacon, put it on the smoker for about 2 hours. So, which that does take a while, just like this story. However, it's like there's got to be a quicker way. So I thought I'd turn it into a dip. So I did everything I said, but instead of doing the jalapeno part where I stuff them, I put everything in a dish, and then on top I took I sliced jalapenos in like dime-sized quarter-looking things and put them on top, and I put bacon on top of that. But then I removed the seeds from the jalapeno. It took just as long.
Yeah.
But I do like eating it with a chip.
But it is
good.
But there's something about the jalapeno popper that
yes, it is nice. You just pop.
Something about
like
that.
a finger food. This is what you like,
This
a
is
Super
more
Bowl Sunday food.
Party food. This
Yeah.
is a share
Party
the
where
plate.
2 full-grown men are going to eat a whole tray.
We would call this now in today's world a COVID spreader.
Yes.
I got a good picture of it. I'm going to put on the Instagram. Maybe even make it the cover photo for this episode. So
I do plan on. I need to start meal prepping this week, so I can. I'm going to smoke a pork butt on Monday for one night for Unpaved.
Wow, you're going all out. You did say you were going to be the cook.
Well, remember us trying to eat food a couple times?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There's so many people. We will do our part in supporting local businesses, but
we may drink our way through that.
Yeah, it'd be Saturday night, and we can go through our Unpaved plans. But Saturday night it'd probably be nice to get back at a decent time, like before, late afternoon.
Saturday's not
just
the
chill
night.
at the house, put our feet up on whoever's couch that we don't know.
Yeah.
Get to bed early. So that's why I'm cooking.
So I was in the gravel in the mountains last week. We're going to talk a little bit more in depth about that. Hi, Jess. You want to say hi to the microphone, Jess?
Hi.
Come on,
hey,
please.
Real quick. Jess is going bike glamping this weekend. Do you want to talk about it?
Nope. She walked away.
She'll talk about it when she gets back.
She walked away. I want to talk a little bit about all the fun I had in the mountains.
Oh, you can't talk about that.
But I dropped a couple of videos, and I've got another one that's coming up.
Oh,
you gave me grief about the first one, but I thought it was pretty doggone cool. I went for a hike.
Oh, yeah.
The hike was on this really kick-ass.
You should ride your bike.
Huh?
Did any cyclists pass you? Mountain bikers?
No, but the next day, because we were there like middle of the week, and it had just rained. So if anybody would have ridden that trail that day, it would have been very irresponsible of them.
Just like walking it?
Really muddy. No. Walking it was fine.
You got little feet, I guess.
Yeah, little tiny little feet.
Yeah.
But huge features. I mean, just the coolest mountain bike trail. And I think I did a pretty good job in the video of showing the cool features. It's Emerald Outback. It's at the very top of Beach Mountain, and it's a town-run mountain bike.
Was that in the Pisgah region?
Beach Mountain's kind of, I guess, in that neck of the woods. It's up top of Banner Elk, Beach Mountain, outside of Boone, north of Asheville. So, kind of, I mean, the next day when it dried out, going through Banner Elk, I saw a lot of mountain bikes going up that hill.
Jessica's just got new shoes.
Yeah?
Sorry.
Okay.
I clicked the button. I was like, oh, I'm shopping while we're talking.
So I think I did a pretty good job of demonstrating how cool the mountain bike trail was, even though I have no desire to get back on a mountain bike and do any of those things probably ever again. I would love, though, I'm not going to get rid of my mountain bike because I'd love to go out and video people doing some stuff, but it's not for me anymore.
Not for you? Not your cup of tea?
No, but I mean, you got to have the mountain bike to get to the spot. I would love to actually go out and video some of that. That would be
I'll ride.
Cool.
I will crash.
And then I did the video on going up there with your 650B tires.
Yeah.
Or tires and wheels, that combo that you gave me to try on my Diverge, and how successful that was.
Yes.
And so I got a whole video on that.
That was a good video.
Thank you. I thought I did it. I actually went through working on that a couple of different ways. That story got recut and recut again to be told slightly different. Now, I also shot the video to do one on an upcoming video that I've already put out a teaser on, which is a PSI tire pressure shootout between 25, 35, and 30 on that wheel set. Now, I thought this was pretty cool. I had a 14-mile loop that was 10 miles of gravel, and I call it 13 and a half. So it was like 3.5 miles of hardtop.
Yes.
And 10 miles of gravel, varied terrain, not a lot of climbing on it. I mean, it's like 600 feet of elevation change over the whole loop. But I did it back to back to back 3 different times. The first run at 25, the second run at 35, and the last run at 30. And I'm not going to tell you what my preferred pressure
30
was, but I will tell you that I discovered some things. I learned some things.
Did you find yourself?
I did. In the mountains, it's easy to do. And it really was cool to actually. I've never really done that where I've run the exact same route on different pressures back to back to back like that. Because you can go out on a bike and say, I'm going to run it at this pressure one day and then this pressure another time, and you can kind of feel, but you really feel the difference when you do the same section back to back, especially when it's long like that.
You know who did an experiment like that over the year?
Who?
Dustin Klein.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he did it with marijuana and not marijuana. You seen that episode?
No, I'm not. He doesn't do much of that anymore. Do you know that?
What?
In his episodes.
It varies.
It
varies, but he did an episode on the same route with THC and without THC. I was like, I want to do that with him. I just want to do the second loop, though.
So that's it. We'll talk a little bit more about my riding in the mountains a little bit later. What's going on in your world?
Where do we start?
You got a lot.
You forgot letter F.
That I did. Because the distance between your seat and your saddle to the bottom bracket and the pedal changes when you go from 650 to 700, right?
I don't know.
Joey's giving me a hard time.
Yeah. I did. I'm in full unpaved. Shut up really quick. I got my bike is 100% unpaved. Call it undaved ready. Threw my Terra CLs on there. Check the bike over. I don't know. I beat the crap out of it yesterday. Probably wasn't good. We did some illegal riding, I guess I can say it on here. We just rode parts of Calvert Cliffs we weren't supposed to ride. Have you done the Orange Trail shoot off that's new?
Yeah.
Man, that is some single track that is questionable. It's very fun on a gravel bike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was. And it was like a 1 mile loop. I was like, I didn't know we were going down. I thought it was another trail, and then Tyler knew what it was the whole time, but Chris was on his old Tricross, which is like an early cyclocross bike from Specialized on 32s, and it was so much fun riding single track. And then we did some other stuff, and then rode the gravel road out, and just took Chris out for... Chris was very inspired by our last week's episode with Dave.
Oh, cool.
Chris was like, I just want to ride gravel. I want to go down paved and stuff. I'm like, oh.
Well, we could get him in.
He bought one of our jerseys.
He's got to go to work. Right?
Yeah, someone's got to work.
Somebody got to work.
Maybe we'll close down and I'll go to Croatan or something.
So is he working Sunday?
Chris?
Coming weekend? I have an entry to Rocktown Rambler.
Oh, he's not ready to go to Rocktown Rambler.
Oh, okay. Well, Rocktown Rambler's not that big. It's 50 miles and 6,000 feet.
50 miles is 6,000 feet?
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Unpaved is 5,500 with 90 miles. That is some
really?
punchy
I thought it was
climbing.
more than that, though.
No, we talked about it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought we were doing 8,000 at unpaved. I'm like,
I'm thinking about... can I tell you my little secret? My little unpaved secret?
Yeah.
I am very close to saying I'm going to... It'll be a game time decision.
Do the 120?
But I'm thinking about doing 120.
Oh, good luck. Not me.
Will you wait for me?
Oh, you'll probably still pass me. No, me and Marcus were saying we have ride buddies like you and Larry.
Uh-huh.
You guys are like buddy system, from maybe buddy.
Yeah.
And then me and Marcus.
With it being stages, though, who cares? I mean, go if you want to.
That's mean ride buddy in general.
Yeah, if you want to just run a stage though, and the way Dave's got it set up, there's a rest stop after the end of the stage, so you get to the rest stop and you just hang out till everybody else shows up. Or not. I don't know.
If you're doing the 120,
we'll figure it out.
I would love if you did the 120. I'd like to hear the experience.
It'll be a game time call. It'll be a time of day call. It'll be how I'm feeling.
12 days away.
I feel like
10 days from Aaron.
Well, I'll tell you what I did down in the mountains. I'm ready, dude.
You find Bigfoot down there or something?
No, I'm not ready
Jesus?
for I don't know that I'm saying I'm ready for 120.
I would love if you did the 120.
I'm saying that I am toying with the idea. It's such an easy call because you get to the spot where it loops. Yeah. Where it loops out. I don't know. I'm toying with it.
I mean, Alonzo made it back just before the sun.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm toying with the idea.
We're in the final countdown.
It's an idea.
I feel like this is the obviously people know this is the ride we talk about the most on this podcast.
Do we talk about any other rides?
We talk about other rides.
Yeah, we do. I know.
We give our love to Alex and Chris.
Oh yeah.
And then Kelly's putting on
Rocktown Rambler. Yep.
There's all kinds. We just forgot someone that I don't know. I just named Kelly.
Travis.
Oh yeah, Travis.
And Pat and
I need to bring my Travis alcohol to
all this kind of stuff.
all those guys.
All those guys. We love all those folks.
The person who we don't talk about much.
Who's that?
I've already talked
Matt,
to. No, we
down
need
in Croatan?
Oh yeah, there's way too many people. We got a good community. Don. Who puts on freaking crazy rides?
Keystone.
Yeah, but Don needs internet sometimes to do this. He said doesn't have a lot of it. Don probably works more than all of us.
We got a good
looks like looking at Don's like social media life.
We got a good little community of people that listen to what we say and go, God, they don't know what they're talking about.
It doesn't matter. They're yelling at us. Hey, they're still listening. I'm just a local bike shop door. Started doing a podcast. Anyway, shop stuff. Shops looking really good. Our fixtures are on the way. Finally, it's taken a while, but Ben from Specialized hooked us up with that. So
keep being promised.
We've done a lot since you came in last.
Yeah, I saw your little video that you produced.
We moved some wood out.
You're going to talk about that.
The video. That was just for the website or Facebook.
Okay.
But yeah, shop's looking great. Getting a cool new bike in the next week or two. I can't tell you.
Oh God.
You know about it, but
I know about it, but I can't know about it.
Okay, no one knows about it.
Okay. One of those ones that I know about that I've forgotten about.
And but I have Dynaplug on the way. I'm totally sorry, Dave. I love you, and I love stands. Those darts. I've had the worst luck.
I've never gotten one to work.
Like if you have to know the right size hole, I guess, because bacon will save you sometimes. Sometimes the darts will work. Like Drew was stabbing the crap out of the tire at Unpaved a few years ago from stands.
I've never had good experience.
I was just getting some returns on failures, but they're a good tool. I went to Steve from Shimano and stuff. Was like, I got Dynaplug too. It's like, all right, I want Dyna.
So you've got some of those.
They're on the way
with my name on it, though, right? We're gonna have it.
Sure, I did get some nice like OD green and some desert tan, and I'm not getting them etched right now. It'll take too long. I'd like to sell this batch and then do some custom ones.
Okay. But no. Are we gonna have them for unpaved? Are they?
I don't know.
Now? Okay.
I'm just packing as much bacon and bacon.
Yeah, that's. I actually just
real
bought
bacon.
A whole bunch of bacon strips.
The little. I got them in my little. Yeah.
Yeah. I realized I got down in the mountains and I didn't have any.
Next week I am going to go through my bike bag for Unpaved, my Nittany tool roll and my frame bag and stuff.
That'd be a fun thing to talk about next week's episode.
Actually,
what are we going to carry?
Yes and no. So I announced last week. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you. We talked about it though. Like, especially after last week's Snappy. Like, I think we're 100% done with like YouTube.
No.
Maybe not done with YouTube.
No, not done with YouTube. Be careful. We're done with live streaming.
YouTube's still a pain in the butt.
Live streaming.
Okay.
Live streaming.
So we can.
And
I just said screw it. Let's just do a weekly vlog. VLOG.
Okay.
It'll be you have GoPros. I got GoPros. I got real cameras. So you don't have the GoPro stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. We figure we do enough.
Yeah.
I
think it's kind of neat what we will be able to offer the people.
Yeah.
Because we get together. Listen, we get together once a week and we talk about stuff, and we get interesting people sometimes, and sometimes we get boring people, and I don't think we've ever done that, have we?
Someone's going to listen that's been on here and figure out who they are.
Sorry, Chris. No. I'm just kidding. No. We've always had really good guests, and we do it once a week. And I think the video thing, because you're going to do videos that you do a little different than the way that I do the videos that I do. So what you do and I do, and we put up on the same YouTube channel is going to be very unique and different. I think we're going to build.
Is that good or bad? We actually never have talked about it in person.
No. But I think it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. I think it's going to be really
Will you do all my editing though?
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
No, because I do things sort of in my style and my way, and you're going to do things in your way, and it's going to have like you'll be in my stuff, I'll be in your stuff, and it'll all be on the same channel, and it'll all be really cool, and we'll be able to get together and talk. I think it's just going to be really neat. Kind of.
I'm going to do the day in the bike shop manager. I was out
beautiful
taking some trash, doing some research on parts. I was out there with a mop and bucket last week.
See, that's awesome. People want to know what you go through every day, all week.
I know this is going to be a good episode.
I think it's going to be.
Speaking of YouTube, I have been watching. Did I send it to you about the grass cutting?
No.
I got in this hole for like 2 hours the other night.
You're watching people cut
Just
grass?
watching people cut grass.
It's very...
Might have been a little
soothing.
intoxicated.
It's a little soothing.
But oh my God, that is... Yeah, it's just satisfying. It's like watching someone power wash, but these guys are like...
Yeah, power washing. Yep.
But like they're cleaning up this like sidewalks and curbs. Everything's overgrown and like
they go
stuff's
to, like,
so overgrown and they
Yes,
shovel it out and then
yes.
like edging. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
I have gone down that rabbit hole, not for hours, but I've gone
it was
down
a couple hours.
I've gone down that rabbit hole too, where they go into a really overgrown yard,
Yep.
and then by the time they're done, and all of a sudden you see there was a driveway underneath where I'll just
like your sidewalk went from this big to like
yeah.
Anyway,
But I think that you doing vlog stuff and me doing other stuff like I've done with the trips to the
we'll be
mountains.
famous in no time.
We'll
be the next commentators for the UCI gravel series.
I think that could actually happen.
Yeah.
I think it could happen.
Could happen,
because
Cotton.
UCI doesn't know anything about gravel. We don't know anything about it. Yeah, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's
see how that pays off. We took Chris. I think Chris had a little bigger hopes of Howard Cliff's gravel yesterday. We went, and it was like you have the 3 mile fire road, and we had all the other stuff, and we played around. We had like a 10-mile
It's
leap.
just not. We just don't have.
It's
enough.
fun though,
but we don't have enough. You go down like when we went over to Percival, like you said earlier, but like we didn't really even talk about that too much.
No,
we have the video on there, but we didn't talk about that trip too much. But it just I feel like we go to these places and do these things, and I come home and it's like, where's all the gravel? I just can't get me jonesing.
I think that's wraps up. I did get new S-Works Recons lace ups.
You have them?
Yeah, I have them in my possession.
Okay, so you're ditching the RX-8s?
Well, I really liked my old Recons. Wes has a pair still. I don't know if I'll ever hear from him or see him again.
I actually was texting with Wes while I was in the mountains. I
Nice.
sent him the picture of him holding all the whoopie pies. How does that ginger make the cut?
You were so upset.
No, I
By
wasn't
all the
upset.
Why didn't I make this one? Why is not this one? Oh, why is what?
Not.
Yes, you did. I have
know,
the text.
No, I was like, why did Wes make the
You want
cut?
to know?
I was ragging on Wes. I wasn't
I'll pull
saying
up the
anything
bride.
about us. No, I said I
You're
wanted
like,
to know. I wanted to know why Ginger Wes makes the cut.
Wow.
I don't know.
Anyway,
It was good to see his face, though. I joke. But him holding the big tray of whoopie pies that Dave posted, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
It's good to see that.
And he was in the bar because you pointed that out.
Yep. I searched out and I saw that orange shirt that he was wearing. Yeah.
Was it his Grush shirt?
So what have you got over there behind you? What is that showed up?
Oh, someone. I don't know if it was someone that listens or one of Jess's Instagrammers.
Somebody, somewhere.
I don't even know how to talk. Someone took a picture of Max, who we lost about a month ago, and like hand painted it. But like it is like 100% spot on.
It's the eyes.
It's the eyes.
It's the eyes.
And they did his bad ear too. Like if you look at our right ear, his left, he had a little bit of like some scarring that kind of looks like he got in the dog fight.
But it also just looks like the way he would look up at you.
Those little cheeks puff out. So I think I have a picture like that posted where he's laying on the end of the bed.
You posted that on Instagram, on your Instagram, right? Because I saw that. That picture.
Jess, I reposted it.
Oh, Jess posted it.
We don't know who sent it. It just showed up.
That's really cool.
That is like the best gift ever.
So if there's anybody who's a listener, I
don't even know how to describe like how much I love it.
It's nice. Where are you gonna put it? Maybe above the
I don't know.
fireplace?
I do like my favorite. It sounds cheesy and it gets sobby, but like in the mornings, like when I sit there, like I like looking at it the whole time because he was usually under the table with me.
Yeah.
So
that's nice. It is really.
I love
nice.
that.
It's very nice. Random stuff. What's going on in bike
random
world?
bits? College Park Bicycles is changing owners.
Okay.
Larry Black, Mr. Larry Black, that everyone knows, is stepping away. I think he's just doing one shop, his Mount Airy shop.
Yep. 42 years in College Park. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Now, I lived when I went to school in College Park. I lived literally on the same street on Knox Road that the bike shop was on. I didn't really spend much time in there, but
I know Glenn used to work for him.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Crazy Larry Black. Now the guy buying it is from Vandalay Industries. He's an importer-exporter from China.
Oh my God.
So we'll see where that one goes. Also another bold move.
He's also an architect, right?
Vandalay Industries. Vandalay.
He's kind of an unknown. That's what we read in the article.
Yeah, he's a really short, bald guy. Lives with his parents. No, I don't know.
George.
That actually might sound bad. No, the guy who is taking over is new to retail. It's a good time. It's a good and a bad time.
To retail, but reading that article, it's like he's been in the bike.
Yeah, it
space
sounds
for
like
a
he
little bit of time.
imports and exports bikes from China.
Yeah.
Like that's all we know.
Yeah, that's all we know. We don't have any other inside information.
George Costanza.
So let's do a long-term review on him in 1 week. I forgot to say, speaking of unpaved, we are going to be roaming around with hot mics. So if anybody's there, catch us if you can. Otherwise, you'll miss out. But we are going to do something.
You got oven mitts?
I'm going to have a hot mic.
Yeah.
Hot mic. Yes. Hot potato.
Is that like hot mic, like magic mic?
No.
Like hot mic?
Oh, God, no. I'm going to have some dude named Mike roaming around.
Hey, that's hot
Hi,
mic.
this is Hot Mike.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean.
Are you sure?
Yes. And this guy just sent us this message. Now, Jeff Grimm knows how to get himself on the podcast, how to get his question on the podcast, because it literally showed up in the inbox on Facebook like 5 minutes before we hit hot to go on the mic. So I was like, that's a great question. We're going to throw it in here.
Sold.
And we didn't talk about it. I just read you what it was.
We're saving the emotions.
We're saving the emotion. Okay. I'm going to read the whole thing. This is from Jeff Grimm. Just wanted to throw this out to you guys to see what your opinion is. GCN did a video about why mountain biking became boring. 29-inch wheels, full suspension, fat bikes, etc. Their premise is that too much innovation made once challenging trails way too easy, and people searched for harder and more technical trails. Then came gravel. The early bikes were just basically cross bikes. But with all the innovation happening, such as front forks, suspension stems, seat posts, etc., do you think the same thing could happen to gravel? Joey.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to get.
That was my emotions. No, I mean, that articles are really good.
Well,
I just saw, who was it? BMC just came out with like a full, like a 20 millimeter full suspension gravel bike the other day.
yeah.
And I'm like, well,
I've got a completely different opinion.
no,
I got a completely different
I mean, it took a while. I mean, I feel like gravel stuff's a little bit more in a fast track than the mountain bike stuff was, obviously, with technology. But I don't think maybe it's the equipment. I think there's a bigger picture thing that I want to say ruin it. I don't think you can ruin it. I just think maybe take a little bit of that, take a bite out of that fun.
Yeah.
There was so much pioneering that happened forever, and now we're kind of leveling out with gravel.
Okay.
And I'm really getting tired of UCI, World Tour Pro retired and just racing new. No.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't piss me off. It just is like,
Okay.
And it's also not I don't want to take away from the gravel guys who's like, oh no, you can't play with I don't know how to say, like, I like the riders like Ted King and Yuri Oswald and Amanda Nauman and Allison Dietrich, but like Rebecca, like those people.
Yes.
And then all this craps, and you hear all this stuff with teams, and all this team stuff came out a few weeks ago. We never really wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
I think we briefly brought it up.
Yep.
And then the UCI thing. So maybe it's not equipment. Maybe I got fired up and I took the whole conversation in a whole different direction.
So let me give you my reaction. So first off, GCN says mountain biking is boring. I don't know that I buy that. I don't.
Maybe they're mountain biking wrong.
Yeah.
Mountain bikes, I took my Conan single track yesterday. Like, this is freaking awesome. I haven't done this in a while.
Just because they come out with a video that says that all this technology advances,
We need a counter video.
have made mountain biking boring. I don't know that that's necessarily true, and I think most of your mountain bikers out there would probably disagree with that. I haven't seen the video, so I can't say, but I don't think that innovation can really make something obsolete in that people want to enjoy it more and better and longer. But I don't think gravel is necessarily all about those types of technology shifts that are going to impact the world of gravel the way that technology advancement has impacted mountain biking, if the supposition is correct that it's become quote-unquote boring. I think gravel is about community.
Yeah, I would say the ride's just the fun. I mean, ride's just like oh, this is,
it's about
it's an extra bit.
It's about exactly.
You're just like, well, I'm here, I might ride my bike.
But it's also, I mean, coming from somebody who has trained for unpaved, riding the roads here, to spending a week in the mountains on gravel roads with no cars and out in God's country and the nature and the trees and the rabbits and the deer and the, all that kind of touchy-feely stuff. There's something there. And if the innovations can make me go further and faster, I don't really care about going faster.
I don't care about going faster.
But if the innovations can make me be more comfortable and thereby go further in that environment, I don't think it's going to have any kind of detrimental impact. And I don't think there's any way, shape, or form that technology change can have an impact on the community unless it turns into I've never ridden gravel, look at my $14,000 gravel bike, what's happened on the road scene,
Yeah.
And
did you see that Trek post?
No.
It's going all over the internet.
No. I've been totally sort of out of the loop on everything for like the last 8 days.
You spend all your time blowing up my phone, reading like on Facebook.
I wasn't really on Facebook that much. I was just riding my bike and sitting on the porch.
Making videos.
And playing with video. So that's kind of I would be very interested, though, to hear what our listeners have to say about that.
Find us at Unpaved and tell us.
So you could drop comments anywhere. I really would love some feedback on this, this question. So drop some comments on Facebook, drop comments on YouTube when the video's up there. Drop comments anywhere. I would just really be interested to hear what other people think.
Drop them
about that too. So that's just me. And I don't know. Most of what I say is actually wrong. So there we go. Well, Strava Club. You want to do Strava Club?
I do want to say the one thing that technology will never fully. We talked about it earlier. Unpaved. If it's 50 degrees and raining, I ain't riding.
Yeah.
I will sit back. I will find a pub in town. I will watch all you guys roll through. I am not riding.
Oh, I'll ride in 50 degrees and rain?
50 and rainy and all over. I mean, I will sit back and watch It's going to rain for Perry Bay this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Yeah.
That's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, my God. It is the best race of the year to watch. It's the best race of the year in general besides Flanders. But it's going to rain. It's going to be sloppy. Woot's going to just take it.
Yeah.
Woot Van Aert.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Just making sure. It is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Sagan, pull something off for this one
again. Is there coverage? I'm sure there is. Where it'll be.
At some point in time, NBC Gold used to do whatever that is now. Peacock. You can find some hack.
I'm sure you
to
can
watch it.
Somewhere.
But this Sunday is Paris-Roubaix for
and it's
everyone.
The 118th edition, and they moved it.
They've almost done as many as we've done podcasts.
No, we've done more. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
They've almost done as many as we. Yeah. There's almost been as many Paris-Roubaix.
Slackers.
And that's the date that they bounced around like a couple of times, and then finally, it's usually in April.
Amazing.
It's usually in April. So
now it's did you watch the F1 race this weekend?
No, I did not because
rain threw a loop. Man, there was a lot this weekend. Sorry, real quick.
That's okay.
UCI Worlds. Saturday was the women's, Sunday the men's, and then F1 race Sunday.
Any of that you want to talk about? Any of that?
I could talk a whole episode. It was the Worlds for women and men elite was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely worth going on the YouTubes and rewatching. Okay. And then F1 was just as dramatic.
Actually, that's what I'll do this week then.
Yeah, watch all of it.
Except for tomorrow, my Shimano GRX wheels are supposed to show up.
Talk about that.
And I'm going to have new wheel setups but we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
So you talk about it. All right, Strava Club, because people only listen for this section, and we pushed it along. Just like that, David Brink from Plainfield, Illinois, with 221.8 miles.
Good job, Dave.
Michael O'Grady from Lexington Park, Maryland, with 146.1. Michael is a shop customer.
Good job, Mike.
He's been riding his Warbird a lot lately. And Tim Abbott. How do you say that? Abbott? I can't read. I need my eyes rechecked. It's been like 3 years since I got new prescriptions.
We'll call him Tim Aboot.
Well, he's from Milford, Ohio with 295.3. You got some big riders.
That's some big numbers right there. Good job, Tim.
We needed 123.2 to break into the top 100.
Mm-hmm.
And did we really go up? I thought we were at 762 last week or 763 from 759.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up.
Look it up.
Strava.com/clubs/travel, gravel, travel, and dirt.
Join us on Strava. It'll be, I like having that community there. I go through the activity feed every once in a while.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I do go through that, and I click on and give some kudos out for some people. And I actually think it's kind of fun to go through that and see what people are riding, where they're riding, what they're doing. So, all right, we've teased it a couple of times. UCI gravel. Okay, the only news...
The only news we know is about the Strava.
The only news that I actually have about this is what I've seen, and it's been basically wrapped around memes. So I don't really know exactly what's happening. Do you have any information on what they're trying to do? Are they just trying to, horn in to the gravel world? Is that basically the kind of, where we're at here?
I think so.
I mean, it's what it looks like to me. You get a ban. You get a ban. You get a ban.
I don't know. I don't want them to take the fun out of it.
I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can take the fun out of gravel.
USA Cycling will, I'll tell you that.
So I do know that there's some new regulations. The size of the checkered squares on flannel is now going to be regulated. And you're going to get bans and penalties if your flannel is not to standard.
The flannel's not up to par.
Beer hand-ups must use a bidon now. You got it. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it's going to. I don't see it being a great thing. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it'll be one of those things that's fun to watch and see what happens. Again, another question that I would love to get some listener feedback on what everybody thinks is going to happen here. I don't know. You put it in the show notes. So I don't know.
Yeah, I did put it in the show notes, I guess. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. So give us some feedback on UCI gravel. Will you race it? Will you?
Told you we're going to be the commentators.
Could you imagine that? That would be a lot of fun to do, though, wouldn't it?
It would.
Because you get all liquored up.
Nimbly bimbly from tree to tree.
What's this else thing you've got here? Lael Wilcox has a new video.
Yeah, did you watch it yet?
No, I have not. I've been under a rock on the side of a mountain for 8 days. I don't have a clue. I literally drove all the way from
my
Banner
house
Elk this morning. I went to my house. I opened the back of the truck and I shoved everything out. I put all the trash from our house from the week while we were gone into the back.
How did trash accumulate?
Oh, my mother-in-law makes some trash, dude. She makes trash.
She wasn't there alone, was she?
No. We had somebody come in and stay.
Oh, okay.
She makes some trash, dude. Yeah, so I had all that, and then I raced down to the dump, unloaded the trash, and then I came here.
Oh.
So, I mean, I've been going, dude. This is important stuff tonight.
You could use a shower.
I probably could. I think I could. Do I really? Do I smell?
No.
I probably do. But okay, it doesn't matter whether I do or not.
Anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Lael Wilcox.
Yep.
Okay. What's her new video about, Joey?
She documents the FKT, the fastest known time in Alaska. She's running the length of Alaska pretty much. Follows a pipeline, one of the old gravel roads that's a transportation road for trucks that barely get up it.
Okay.
Just watch it. It's pretty good.
Ice Road Lael?
Ice Road, yeah. It's weird because she's
it's Alaska Pipeline Fastest No Time.
Yeah.
It's a Rafa documentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the YouTube videos, so just watch it.
4 feet wide and carried 5 feet above the ground by a seemingly endless series of stanchions, the Alaska Pipeline is, for most of its 800-mile route, the only mark humanity has made in pristine wilderness of this last frontier. And Alaskan born and bred Lael Wilcox has a special interest in this road. In fact, she's ridden most of it, and she's back with a new challenge to set the fastest known time. And this is a Rafa documentary on that effort. I will put a link to it in the show notes. Well, wait a minute. It's not actually out, is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
I watched it last night.
Yeah, it is. There. Okay, yeah, you click the button. I was looking for the button where I could click the thing. And it's on the Radivist, so if you wanted to not like go dig around in our show notes to find out where it is, you can go to the Radivist and Rafa Gone Racing Alaska Pipeline FKT. That's going to be pretty cool to watch. How long is it? Do you know?
It's like a 19-minute video.
Nice. That's a perfect length.
Yes.
Perfect length. I like that. When they stretch out to 20, 25 minutes, it's kind of a tough. I don't know. My attention span is. What were we talking about, Joey? Anyway. Okay. So when I was down in the mountains, I have discovered. My brother's had this house down there in Banner Elk for 20 some odd years.
You just found out he lived there?
No.
No, you just discovered.
he just
I
told
was
me.
staying down the street at an Airbnb.
He just told me about it.
Oh.
No, and it's like been a family place we go to and kind of hang out. We'll go down there once or twice a year and kind of like do a thing. And beautiful country, but it's home. Banner Elk and Boone is home to Boone Grand Fondo, is home to Blood, Sweat, and Gears, Beach Mountain Metric. Beach Mountain was the finish for Tour de Pont. Back in the day, Lance used to actually train down there when he was making his comeback. It's very rooted in its cycling culture. So it's very strong. Lots, obviously, you touched on earlier, not far from Pisgah, real close to some amazing mountain bike trails.
Find My Brian app said you were in Pisgah the whole time.
Is that really? Well, I mean, I think it's kind of like the Pisgah National Forest, kind of like borders right there.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I was down and I've never really explored the area too much until about 4 or 5 years ago when we went down and did Blood, Sweat, and Gears. And a whole bunch of us from SICK went down and did that. And then we did it again. We did Beach Mountain Metric, which is probably the hardest ride I've ever done. That was over 8,000 feet of elevation in 62 miles. Yes. That was my foot.
So that I wasn't doing that because of that.
No, that's 8,000 feet of elevation in 62 miles, and it finishes going up Beach Mountain. You actually start at the bottom, and then the finish is at the top. Hard, just brutal climb. So this time I went down, and I knew from last year that I had found some gravel down there, and then this trip I found some more, and then as I was leaving, I found some more. That I didn't even get to ride. So now. It's just all over the place. Yeah. So I did a ride where I started up at the house, which is up at not the top of Beach Mountain, but sort of the top of the backside of Beach Mountain at the Banner Elk elevation, maybe a little bit higher, somewhere between Banner Elk and the top of Beach Mountain. Rode some gravel and hardtop all the way down to the Watauga River, which has this massive gravel road that runs its entire length for probably about 8 miles or so. All different kind of gravel where the river kind of floods it, and then they have to come in and replace it. So there's lots of loose, chunky stuff, like big, loose, chunky stuff. And then real smooth, like you don't even know there's gravel there. It's almost like it's just dirt pack kind of thing. All this is in that same little section. So I rode down to the bottom, rode a bunch of that gravel, turned around, rode some gravel back up the mountain to the other side. I did a couple loops of it on one trip. But the thing that was most interesting about this, because preparing for Unpaved, I'd been looking for that new frame to get myself more clearance, to get a bigger wheel, to get a bigger tire so that I had more rubber under the bike, which is something that we've been talking about. I was after kind of all year ever since Rothrock.
Yeah.
And so you were very generous and said, take my 650s, you break them, you buy them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I did break them, so I do have to talk to you about replacing some parts. So you said you threw them on. I came down to the shop. You were very generous and helped me get that all set up.
I'm a nice
guy.
I
went. Yeah, you are. Off I went, and lo and behold, dude, the 650 47 is a beautiful.
That's why you blew my phone up.
That's why I did.
I made 8,000 videos.
It was amazing, the difference, and I don't think that I really noticed a huge speed difference between the 650 and the 700 on the gravel. I really didn't. I mean, for my style of riding, I'm not going. I'm not setting any KOMs out there anyway.
Never know. You never know. Mark Cavendish came back.
Yeah, well, I could come back. No, I really do think the 650 was for me. So now you put me on some 650 WTB hoops with some WTB Venture 47s.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I did notice, it does spit a lot of gravel. It spits that little tiny
flingers.
pieces of gravel. Yep.
Isn't Flingers a place from Office Space?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a
I
reference.
think it is
don't
Flingers,
get.
yeah.
So I did notice that, and I ran them the first day and the second ride at 35 psi. At 35, and it felt real good. Then I also did a ride where I did the 14-mile loop, and I did the differences between the pressures, and we'll see what's going to happen with that in the video. But I did the big ride I did down there was 39 miles with 3,800 feet of elevation was the big ride, and that was where I rode down the mountain. I did all the gravel at the bottom. I did a couple of loops of the gravel climb and then back down again. And then I did a finish climb from the river all the way to the top of Beach Mountain.
Yep.
So river to ridge. And that was just over 2,000 feet of the 3,900 was that one single climb that was probably about 9 miles long. And it was hard, dude. It was hard. It was hard. But the 650s are definitely my wheel of choice, and I talked about it in the video, but I actually ordered some Shimano GRX 650Bs. I'm going to pair them.
You think they're real?
God, I hope so. I hope they're supposed to show up tomorrow. If they don't, I'm going to be like a little baby. I'm going to be crying. I'll be whining.
I'm going to be like, they're like display wheels. They're like that big. They're jockey wheels
They're
for
tiny.
a GRX derailleur. Yeah.
Well, that is, I did get a really good price. Didn't you think that was a really good price? From what they came out with originally, when those tires first came out, I want to say they were $800. They get $800 for a wheel set, and I got them for a little over $400, and it was available in COVID. Come on, and I'm pairing them with some 47 Terravale Washburns, which I thought I was being like, I did all my research, and I thought I was being like all innovator. I'm like, Joey, look at these tires I'm going to get, because it would be really cool for us to be able to talk about having different
You went on
stuff.
and on and on about them.
I know, and then you're like, yeah, that's what I run on my Kona.
Look, I had those. I was like,
I can't win.
they're right there.
I can't win. I want to do something that's different. Now,
The Washburns are the Terravale equivalent to the Pathfinder.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, they look like they're going to be the right tire.
I love them.
They're going to be the right tire.
Yeah.
For unpaved. And everybody's like, 47's too big for unpaved. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, but that's 650 47 I would put different than...
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we'll find out later what pressure I'm going to run. I'm going to work on that video in the next couple of days. But what are the other things, because I know that we have other things we're doing.
Don't
to my
say you're
bike.
going to like 50 PSI.
No, God, no.
You're like a 25, aren't you?
I'm not telling you. You'll see. I tested 25, 35, and 30.
Oh, you're going
You take a guess.
to keep me up all night.
Take a guess.
I'm just going to, my anxiety's through the roof.
No, it's not. So we got new bars. Did the new bars show up for the
The bars have
Denver?
been here. I sold them twice.
Bars are here. I've got the tape. When do you want to play with all that? I know that
Hold on. So everything comes on Wednesday.
I'm tapping your time.
I do got to check my schedule.
Yeah, I know, but we got a short fuse with unpaved coming up, and I know there's other stuff we need to do to that bike too.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like 3 weeks out on service. You might be a little SOL.
Okay, so I need to find a new bike shop.
Oh, they're probably worse than that. No, we're about 10 days. I'd say we're probably better than most.
I know some folks in the club that I could call that come fix it for me.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
JK. I know that you'll try to fit me in, and I appreciate all.
I did a very
know
extensive last minute. I can throw on some bars and wheels for you pretty quick.
I know. Bars, wheels, and that.
Just as long as I'm not doing hydraulic shifters with new housing and rebleeding and.
We're just changing. We're changing out the bars.
I know. I was just kidding.
Changing out the bars.
Oh, you're getting brake bleed.
Yeah, and a brake bleed.
You're getting new chainring bolts. You're getting new training cassette.
And you need to look at that bottom bracket. We started talking about one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take the one off the Roubaix.
Yep.
Basically, you just need new frame and you're good.
Yeah. Well, let's get that. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
I that's still going to happen because I need it for
Man,
I'll
you could put in you can run 700 by 47s on the new Diverge.
I know. That's where I get the Terra CLs. And the Terra CLs, and I've got Terra CLs with 700 maybe 42. And then I've got the 650B running the 47s. And then I got my old wheel set running the 738s. It's just I want to actually have a car to follow me around when I get to each different section on a ride and be like, swap those wheels out.
I'm just checking Diverges really quick. Oh man, did you see that Diverge Expert? I didn't send you the pictures.
No.
Because I sent it to you. I was like, why don't you just buy a whole new bike if you're going to replace everything?
That. Yeah,
that's a beautiful bike.
Yeah, you did send me that. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to get a new wheel. I feel like I'm getting a new bike, but I'm not getting a new bike. And I feel like I'm just going to bugger you. I'm going to bug you until we get all this stuff done. That's just the way it's going to be. Sorry about that.
Let's figure out a day, because I said for last week you owe the boys pizza.
Okay.
So maybe Friday. We'll get a couple pies.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So I'm still going to do that. I promise them.
I'll do that. I'll bring some pie. And
we'll have a good time.
Yeah, we'll do the thing, and I'll come down.
We'll do some video work. We'll make a movie stars.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm really excited about with the vlog, because while I was in
I'm going to vlog while you're videoing.
No. I was watching documentaries of like rock bands when I was in the mountains on Netflix, and so I was like, okay, well, if Joey does the vlog, this will be like the footage that'll show up in 20 years about the GTD.
Jeez.
No, that's funny. No, it'll be a fun video. We'll actually do something with that. So I really did have a great time. I don't feel like I rode as much as I probably could have or wanted to, but it was really nice and relaxing because I've been doing some big weeks and getting out there on the gravel and really kind of digging in. It felt really good and got a little dirty and just in the mountains climbing. Felt good. Felt really good. Felt super good. So I'm pumped. I'm super pumped. You want to do this or that?
Sure. Do we got time?
Yeah, we got time. Yeah. We'll go through them real quick.
Rabbit is good.
First item on this week's this or that. Joey, goldfish or pretzels?
Ooh, goldfish.
Really?
Pretzels. I love pretzels, but I got to drink about a gallon of water after I eat some of those.
True that. Yeah. What type of pretzel do you prefer?
Ooh, I like to stick some. Oh man, I love a good soft pretzel.
Good soft pretzel.
Amish market on the weekend.
That's
up in
not really
Annapolis.
what I was talking about, but yeah, I get
are you talking about like in a bag?
Yeah, but no, I threw out soft pretzel.
Pretzel dog from the Amish market.
Oh yeah. That is super good. I'm not 8 years old anymore. Goldfish really aren't my thing. So
excuse me.
Pretzels.
My pinky wasn't that high.
I do like the pretzel rods. I keep a bucket of those in the cupboard most times. Okay, Joey, would you rather buy or borrow a sleeping bag?
Well, I'm not 12 years old anymore, so I'm going to go out and buy my own sleeping bag. I'm not borrowing one. What was the question?
Buy or borrow a sleeping bag?
Oh, so buy was a real answer. Yeah, I'm going to go buy it.
And just so everybody has some context, I sit here sometimes when I haven't done this or that, and I listen to Joey and Jess talk.
Oh, because we were talking about...
You were talking about goldfish and pretzels, and you guys were talking about...
so I got to get her a sleeping bag for this
whether
weekend?
you were going to buy her a sleeping bag or... okay, this could be more interesting. Buy a new sleeping bag or borrow a sleeping bag from Wes that Wes has slept in.
I have borrowed a sleeping bag from Wes. Like 10 years ago, I took it out to Montana. I slept. That thing did keep me warm a couple of nights, like in the Black Hills of South Dakota and some other places.
I don't have any problems borrowing a sleeping bag from somebody, but I've got
someone I know. But then again, it's weird.
I've got a lot of sleeping bags though. So, and the thing about it is like most times out of the year when it's warm weather, you don't even take it with me. It's usually just I use a liner,
use a towel,
liner. Yeah, or a towel. Yeah, use a towel too.
Yeah.
Third item on this week's this or that. Would you rather stay in a cabin in the woods or sleep in a tent?
That's a good question because it sounds inviting just to say I want to go to the cabin, but sometimes cabins in the woods are a little creepy. There could be like critters and stuff. Can I rooftop a tent?
Sure. You can do whatever you want.
No, I don't mind tents at all.
I don't mind tents. Tents.
I mean, my bikepacking tent's like
some of the best,
smaller than this table.
Some of the best sleeping that I've done has been in really cold weather in tent.
It was intense. This weekend's looking like good sleeping weather.
Did you get it? I said that sleeping was intense.
I know.
I always have to point my puns out to you.
Do.
Because your puns go right over my head. You're just so coy over there. You just sit there and let them bounce around behind me. Yeah. And then people are like, Brian, did you get it? And then I throw one out there. I'm like, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?
Oh, I got it.
Fourth item, we've actually got 5. Fourth item, Joey, Crocs or socks?
I put my first Crocs on about a month ago at my dad's house.
Yeah.
They were surprisingly comfortable. But they're also pretty gross after a while.
Well,
I don't want to know what yours
are
are
like. How are they gross?
They just seem gross.
How do they be gross? They're just like
everything
washes right off of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
My flip-flops are leather. I feel like I don't even
know.
No,
you can't equate Crocs to leather.
But then, like, my shoes, I wear socks to change those out. I need to order some boots this week, and then Crocs.
Yeah, you need new felt boots for fly fishing, don't you?
Felt?
Didn't you get rid of your
No, I still got those.
Oh,
those are rubber, but no, actually, my nice muck boots I destroyed walking through the fire. I ripped them open.
Ooh,
walking through the fire rebel a couple times.
Oh, you definitely need some new boots.
Yeah. I also got a fish for that. They're great. They just have a hole, so they're not like they're nice for walking outside. But as far as if I'm getting in the water with them, no, there's just something like rebar ripped through them. You would should have got tetanus, I guess.
You would make a mistake, and you would be like out there with them, and be like, "Oh crap, I forgot! I got a big giant hole in my mug boots."
Yeah.
No, everybody needs a solid pair.
I like socks; they're comfortable. Ridge Supplies all the time.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
see what I did there.
See what you did there.
I got to be politically correct.
I had to, because I'm a Croc wearer.
I'm a Ridge Supply ambassador.
But I had to, because it was so cold in the mountains, I had to actually wear socks.
With your Crocs?
No, I did not wear socks and Crocs. No,
did you wear socks and sandals now, like the Keens?
No, my Keens.
Are they open-toed Keens?
No.
Oh.
No.
My friend Dennis does that all the time.
No.
All the time.
If you're dangling the toe in the sock, no. Was that you?
There's a table.
If you're dangling the toe in the sock, in the sandal, no. That's a big no. No, closed tip. All my Keens are like water shoes, so they're like sandals. Like
so closed tip. See, it's just a Croc with a little bit of class.
Yeah, maybe, and a little bit of like.
Yeah, I gotta tweet that.
Elastic.
That was a good one. Crocs with class.
So I didn't mind wearing the socks because my feet would have otherwise been cold, but it did feel good to get back down here and put my Crocs on tonight. No lie, it did feel good.
We had some cool nights while you were away.
Did it really?
I was going windows open. It was like 58 degrees in here.
We had
the last few nights were a little warmer.
Low 40s, and rain down there for the first part.
That's
of the
nice
week.
Every so often. You could put on some Great British Baking Show.
Yep.
Sit in your PJs, put on a little fire.
And it was when we first got down there.
Play some Marvin Gaye.
We needed the break, so we needed a couple of days to sit and do nothing. It was actually kind of perfect. It was actually kind of perfect. So the last one is one that you added. Unofficial gravel worlds, or did you mean to say official gravel worlds?
No, unofficial.
Or unofficial gravel worlds or unofficial gravel worlds. Which do you
I don't know if quote unquote gravel worlds is like official. Obviously, it's not like official. It's just what we in the United States have deemed gravel worlds. But then the UCI was talking about doing an unofficial gravel worlds. So who's going to battle for that one?
Who's going to battle it out in the trademark world? Unofficial gravel worlds versus gravel worlds versus the official gravel world.
Actually, the one thing that sounds really cool with all this gravel UCI stuff, and maybe it's a smaller level. It'd be really cool. Do you know how the World Cup works for mountain biking?
Not really.
Do you know how
I know
F1
nothing.
work? Like you add up points. So
yeah. Racing. It's like you.
It would almost be really cool to have a point system for these pros. Not just do like a gravel world. Like
you're drinking the Kool-Aid, Joey. Joey's drinking the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid.
I don't know. What if you do like Steamboat and then you have Unbound and you do like.
Okay.
Now I'm having a whole brain fart. Some of
I hear
the
what
bigger
you're saying.
ones like the Oregon gravel. No, that's a multi-day stage race. Anyway, people are yelling about all these big gravel races that I forgot about because I put on the spot. And you cap it all off in October.
At Unpaved.
Yes, at Unpaved. That's
Hey, Dave, did you
work
know?
Just got a little bit bigger. No.
Did you know,
No,
Dave?
I do not want... Yeah, no. If Ted King wants to Airbnb with us...
I've heard from him. He said he was in.
You would? Oh, okay. Yeah. We got an extra room. We got a pull-out couch and a crib. and he has a child.
Hey, I claim the crib.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
Sorry.
in the crib.
You have to find
I'm
his kid
curled
for
up
that.
in the crib. Joey, have you got anything else before we shut this rambler down?
I feel like there was one more thing, but next week we'll chat about our setups, or what I'm going to set you up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
For unpaved, we'll talk about some unpaved stuff next weekend. Like I said, if the weather's calling, I'm just going to sit there and drink Moscow Mules
Right?
at a bar in town.
We got a driver, right?
Well, you got to figure that out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Hey, we'll get there. How we get there?
I'm going to pull what Wes did last year.
What a West?
I'm just going to show up and start drinking and be like, "Who's driving?"
Oh, you mean for the driving? Yeah, that was a West move.
No, we're not doing that. Okay, nothing else before we shut down, because we're right at our window, dude. We're right there. Let's break it down. Thanks for everybody for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you would like to support the podcast, the absolute best way that you can do that is to give us a 5-star rating and consider dropping us a review somewhere that you listen to the podcast. Now, I actually had this in the show notes, Joey, last week to actually ask people to do. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, after that train wreck that was last week, no way was I asking people
to ask it?
No way was I going to ask people to review the podcast. Hopefully this one comes out a little bit better. How can folks get in touch with us, Joey, if they want to contact
All right.
us?
Our website. Like I said, if there's a problem, it's graveltraveldirt.com. Go to that. Leave us stuff there. You can yell at Brian. He did all our website development. Yep. Our Instagram, which works to get us messages, or we got our Facebook message right before this.
That's right.
We're at Mid-Atlantic GTD on the gram. I don't know. We're at Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel Dirt on the Facebook. Yeah. If you want to leave us your best Wookiee impersonation, please, I'm waiting to hear these messages. Our phone number is 410-474-8345.
Repeat that one more time.
410-231-44464.
No, repeat that other one.
All right, so if you want to leave us a good Wookiee impersonation, our phone number is 410-474-8345. Leave it detailed. Details in just your best Wookiee noise, how to contact us, how to contact you back. Yeah. And then I would say today is the 28th. By October 15th,
how about a sticker pack?
We'll draw a winner. Yeah, we have some new sticker packs because we burned all the other ones in the fire. It's like, the fire's up. I'm just going to throw them in there.
I got magnets, too. Yeah. We're going to have all that stuff at Unpaved, too. Didn't we promise a whole bunch of people, anybody that joined the Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt group?
You got to re-listen to that.
Team on Bike Reg that we were going to
do have a couple jerseys left.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to take them up to Unpaved. I'm not giving them away, unfortunately.
Oh, God.
Because I paid for them out of my pocket.
We can't afford to do
Can't afford that. But I do have jerseys that I will trade for currency of the U.S. sort. Or, we could, the best Wookiee, I need like 50 submissions for that. I might give away a jersey.
If we got 50 submissions of the best Wookiee.
Yep.
Well, somebody's just going to call and do a Wookiee
over
and over again.
I don't care who does it. Yeah.
It works. All right, everybody. Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded this week from right here in Joey's kitchen. I'm so glad to be back here with you, my friend. Thanks for riding along. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
I got a TV in my bedroom. I can watch Dustin Klein upstairs now.